Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Taurus. As usual, I shuffled the cards before I started the video to save you guys some time, and everything's all ready to go, but I haven't looked at the cards. We're going to do that together and see what's going on with you. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first position is going to talk about the recent past. So let's see. I have here Temperance with the sign of Aries, okay? So literally tempering ourselves, our passion, our drive to maybe rush into things, literally slowing ourselves down. That's what I'm getting about the recent past. We've been holding ourselves back, we've been slowing ourselves down, we've been trying to take things one step at a time. Why? I'm gonna have to pull cards to find out why. Let's see. Tell me more about Temperance with the Oracle card of Aries, please. Tell me about Temperance with Aries. Tell me about Temperance with Aries for my Taurus signs. Tell me about Temperance with Aries here. Tell me about Temperance with the sign of Aries. Oh, there we go. So, the eye. Something weird. Whoa. The eye with the ear on the bottom. Wow. Watching and listening. Okay? And trying to go slow, trying not to rush into something. Still don't know what that something is, but whatever it is, we're like watching, we're listening, we're very keen on whatever it is. Underneath that is the road. So, what the hell? The road with the left turn. So it's like, it's the path that we are going on. It's planned. It's not like necessarily. It's planned. We know where we're going, essentially. However, it's not what we wanted. It's the left turn, or it's different than what we expected. But still, we're watching for it. We're listening for it, and we're trying to do things one step at a time to get there. That's what I'm getting for the recent past. Apply that as it will. Let's move on to the present. So, that seems pretty general. So let's start in the present, the position of the hands. This is going to tell me what you guys are actually up to right now in the present moment. So let's take a look. I have the 8 of Swords with the number 9. Great. You guys aren't up to much except sitting in your own head. Sitting in your head, worrying, stressing, running through chewing over the same information over and over again. Sounds bad. And it sounds like that's probably part of the reason why in the recent past we were trying to do things one step at a time because, well, there is stress involved in this. There's a component where we can't figure out a way out of a situation and we're kind of running it over our heads over and over again. That's the extent of your actions. Now, this is all mental and it's showing up in your actions. So you guys aren't doing anything. You're just thinking. So that being said, I'm going to move on to the position of the head, which tells me more specifically about your thoughts right now. So let's right away move over to that, because I want to see what you guys are thinking about, since what you're doing is what you're thinking. I have here the Page of Swords, another thought card. Also communication. Communication with the page. Communication with Mercury here. So what's running through your mind? Well, communication. Talking, gossip. I'm not sure if this is something you're considering saying, or if just it's general gossip that's floating around now. Because you guys aren't really saying much. I feel like maybe this is about what's the information, what people are talking about. That's what I think is on your mind. Let's see. Tell me about the Page of Swords with Mercury. Okay, the Cup. Has to do with relationship. So it's gossip, it's news, or it's information telling someone about the topic of relationship. Still pretty general, but on the bottom, the 7, it's like something not great. The 7's a heavy number. So there's something heavy that's running through our minds about relationship. It's either gossip or it's something that we want to say. Still haven't quite figured that out yet. Let me pull another card. Tell me about tell me about the Page of Swords with the Oracle card of Mercury. Tell me about the Page of Swords with Mercury, the position of the head. For my Tauruses, tell me the position of the head for my Tauruses. Okay, we have Libra landing sideways. How interesting. So, very interesting position for this card to land in, because Libra is all about things being equal. And on the side, it's almost like Things aren't equal. Things need to be made equal, and I think that's part. It's like things need to be made fair. And I think it's also that whatever this gossip is, or whatever news that we want to say, whatever thing we want to speak, that's again about relationships. It's the truth. There's no lies here. It's like legitimate information. I think it needs to be shared. Libra, sideways, needs to be shared. On the bottom, Aquarius, because it's the correct thing for everyone. Aquarius. Also could be the gossip Aquarius, the rumors. I'm still not sure which one this is. Still not sure which one this is. Let me dig on the top. The ear again, right? And again, it's like that came out in the recent past. The ear. What's been floating around? It's not what we're saying, it's what's being talked about. And it needs to be talked about. I feel like the air needs to be cleared on something. Okay? We don't really know how to clear it ourselves because we're kind of stuck here. Remember? We're stuck running through our heads about it. But I feel like it needs to be cleared. This information just needs to make its way through because it's just like something that people need to know. And with these other cards here, this is more describing what the information's about, which is getting kind of specific and is going to be different for all of you, so I don't want to get too deep into this, but I think it does have to do with our needs and relationships. Let's keep going. So I'm going to move, I'm actually have one more position before I get to the future, where things get interesting, we find out what's about to happen to you guys. But let's take a look at this last position in the present. This is going to be the position of the heart, which tells me your emotions at the moment. Let's see. I have here the Four of Cups, dwelling memories, the Four of Cups. That's what's triggering, that's what's in our heart. Essentially, that's what's triggering our emotions, is our memories, right? Makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of mental stuff going on for you guys. And then coupled with that is the Princess. So, it's almost like where we went wrong, where we fucked up, where we were immature, where we, it's like when we're looking back and running through all these memories, it's where we were immature and where we were like the lesser person. That's kind of part of what we're stuck on. And I feel like there is a level of, I don't want to say full-blown embarrassment, but it's like every time when you look back at yourself in the past and you're like, oh, I was like that. It's sort of like that feeling. It's kind of that way every time whenever you look at yourself in the past, right? But that's what I'm getting from these two cards, the Four of Cups with the Princess. Okay? Let's keep going. So the last position, this is the recent future. Now, we're talking like 2 weeks, a month, not like the rest of your life here. So let's take a look at what's coming up for you guys. I have the Five of Swords with the Hourglass. Oh. This is like something, this is like having been wrong about something. Having been wrong about something, faulty, it could be this thing that we're really feeling like we fucked up in the past. Well, it's still with us. It's almost like our fuck-ups from the past haven't been acknowledged. We've acknowledged them, but they get more acknowledged in the future. It's like where we went wrong, the things that really we're still dwelling on in our heads, we still have to kind of deal with those head on in the future. Let's see what else we get here. I'm going to pull advice for you guys in a second. Tell me more about the Five of Swords with the Hourglass. It's something that's been coming. It's like this has been coming. I would think that you would know what this is if it's been coming, right? Okay, so to clarify this, the sword, so it's information, and Mars. Information about what you did. Information about also what you do. Mars energy. Information about Mars energy, a masculine energy. So that's what honestly we're ultimately defeated by. It's like it's been like a prolonged defeat here, right? It's like we were wrong in the past. We're trying to not freak out about it, and we're chewing over how we can't really fix it because it's like things that were just done wrong in the past when we were younger, right? It's like, how do you go back to your youth? You can't. But in some way, we still do have to face up to the things we did, and it's almost like we just have to clear the air on what we did. The sword with Mars is like, these are the things that were done, these are the things that I do. These are the things that, this is how I act. This is how I engage myself. Mars. The, on the bottom, it is the arrow on target. It's basically the thing that we've been circulating around, the information that we've been chewing over, but like more narrowing it in and actually like saying specifically on target, you know, being like super clear and specific here. What it was and what it is that we fucked up on and now that we are acknowledging. Alright, let's move, let's clear the board and then let's do advice for you guys. Alright, so the way advice is going to work is I'm going to pull a tarot card, an oracle card, and it's going to be positive advice you guys should be focused on, stuff you guys should be aware of. So essentially just positive stuff, helpful information. The Empress. Okay, the Empress. Healing. This is like self-care with the Empress. I'm getting self-care amidst maybe where you got like a lot of other people kind of drawing you away from yourself, almost like as distractions. The Empress is about self-care. It's like focus back on yourself and take care of yourself, and don't be swayed by distractions, because on the bottom is also the Three of Cups upside down. It's like that's other people being distracting, and also like friendly situations being distracting from really the work that you need to do on yourself and like the self-care that you guys need to do on yourself. Let's see what oracle cards come out. Anything else for advice for my Tauruses? That was fast. Interesting. We have the King and the Crown here. King and the Crown. There is something that we very much want to go after, that we want to dominate, that we want to conquer with the King. There's something, right? The Crown. There is something that we want to conquer and dominate. Now, I don't think we could do that because we're stuck on self-care, right? And the advice here is chill on the stuff that, again, I think that remember, all the way back at the beginning, we were talking about how you're trying to pace yourself one step at a time. Well, that's because you have to follow the advice of Pisces here, which is to say, kind of go with the flow. Chill and go with the flow here. Apply self-care, because this, conquer the thing that you want to conquer, I think it doesn't seem like it's the right time for that. It's like, this is what's driving you, but it's time to do this. Let's see what's on the bottom. On the bottom, the Wizard's Tower. The Wizard's Tower is all about wisdom. So it makes a lot of sense that the Wizard's Tower is here, because it was showing up that you guys felt, looking back at your younger selves, that it was like kind of cringy because you had matured so much. Well, this is showing that you guys have matured so much and you're wiser now, and that's why you're looking back with new eyes. Okay? So that is your advice, Tauruses. Thank you guys so much for showing interest in my videos. I really appreciate it. If the video resonated, press the like button for me. That really helps me out because the algorithm. But regardless, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.